If you've got an emoto or e-bike that's as dirty as mine is right here, you're definitely going to want to get it clean. But you're also going to want to avoid making the mistakes that some people make while cleaning theirs. So in this video, I'm going to tell you guys how to get yours nice and clean and keep it running. So I took this guy out the other day on the mud track and intentionally kind of got it pretty dirty. I really just went through the sloppiest of the sloppies and caked it on as best as I could because I wanted to get it clean. And so that's what we're going to do in today's video. Now that I've successfully mudded this thing all up, we're going to go ahead and get it nice and clean. So as you can see, I've hopefully done a pretty good job at really getting every surface here pretty well covered and caked in some pretty heavy duty mud here. I mean, every nook and cranny is full of it. So we're going to go about getting this guy clean and show you how it's actually super easy to do with some basic stuff. So really all you need are some rags. You can have a scrubber like this to help get into the nooks and crannies, not necessary, but some dish soap like this is absolutely necessary. Gotta have that. A microfiber cloth or rag like this with the little bristles on it can help getting in the nooks and crannies, but these are really all you need, just some good rags. This guy right here and this are extras, but all you need are dish soap and those rags. Other than that, you do need some chain lube that penetrates and lubricates. This will help get the water back out of the chain once we're done and make it nice and clean and shiny. So I like to get the battery out of my e-bike when I get it clean because I don't want to get the battery totally soaked and waterlogged. And after I get the battery out, I just cover that connection up with a plastic bag. Put a rubber band over it. Make sure that rubber band is nice and tight because you definitely don't want water getting in there. Tuck that back down and in. And then first step is just get this guy good and rinsed off. Now, some people might use a high pressure solution for this, but I literally just use my thumb over the end of regular hose pressure because I don't want that water getting blasted down into anywhere it's not supposed to be. I'm just going to patiently take my time and get all the dirt good and wet, maybe go over it 2 or 3 or 4 times because once this dirt starts getting wet, it starts coming off easier and easier. Spray underneath everywhere and make sure that you just try to blast off every bit of dirt as good as you can. And anything that doesn't come off with the spraying, you can kind of just knock off with your hand and just sort of loosely scrub it off while rinsing with the hose there like you see I'm doing right now. Now, after I get this thing good and rinsed and definitely I'm not seeing any more dirt on the surface of it, I'm going to give it one more good rinse down, and then I'm going to go ahead and grab the soap here and a bucket. Get some dish soap, put it in the bucket. No specific amount, just a good amount. Make sure it's nice and soapy. Fill it up. And this part, what you want to do is really make sure that that water gets good and sudsy. Lots of bubbles. So kind of blast the water down in there and make sure that you get a lot of bubbles. Grab your rag, whatever you're using. Get it in there, grab up a bunch of bubbles and water, and just start wiping this thing down. Don't go too hard. I mean, you don't want to knock off any pieces or get the rag stuck in anything and yank it out, but just give it a good once over. If you don't do this part and you just spray it off, when you're done, it's still going to look dirty and water spotty and gross because all this soap is just going to help get off all the fine dirt. You just go over every surface and make sure that you get it all covered in that good sudsy soapy water and scrub off anything that you missed during the rinse down. And then once you're done with that, simply rinse all that soap off. Want to make sure that you don't leave any soap on the bike when you're done with this part because that'll leave like a water spotty sort of effect if it still has soap. Then you grab your drying towels and give it a good once down with the drying towels. If you don't dry it, what's going to end up happening is it looks sort of water spotty. You're going to have white spots on all the black surfaces. But if you give it a good dry, then everything looks clean and shiny and really pretty much brand new. As you can see here, guys, I've done a almost all, I would say this looks basically brand new, other than now we got to go ahead and get this chain lube on here. One thing, of course, is you spray everywhere that you can reach with the chain lube, then you move the tire a few turns and you spray everywhere that you couldn't reach that first time. Once you get the chain good and lubed up, it's good to give that chain a few more spins just to make sure everything gets down in where it's supposed to go. And then while you're letting that chain lube soak in, you can wipe down your battery. I like to just give it a good little dust off or a wipe down and kind of inspect it for any visual problems that you might see, cracks or holes, punctures, any sort of things that have gone wrong, because it does vibrate around in there, and sometimes rocks or what have you might flick up into it. So it's good to just give it a visual check over. This one seems fine and ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and get this guy put back in the e-bike and snap a couple pics of our nice, clean emoto. Super easy to do, guys. I hope you had some fun hanging out with me here today, getting to check out how we clean this emoto. This is the Viper 1 from 79 emotos, but this will work on anything that you got as long as you follow my simple instructions and don't use a high pressure washer or any really super gnarly cleaning agents. Just some soap and water, and low pressure water is all you need. If you like this video and you want to hang out some more, check out one of the other couple of videos that I've got up on screen for you guys right now. And until next time, keep riding, stay free. I love you guys.